Hi. Good morning from Irregular Books. I wanted to talk about a book that's not new because I think we often focus too much on new books. Even though this one was timely, it's worth considering again. 2004 Reasons to Boot Bush. Now, obviously this has to deal with the year 2004, and that's when this book was published by Irregular Times at irregulartimes.com. Yes, that is connected to irregularbooks.com. But the people at Irregular Times published this in order to try to convince people back in 2004 not to re-elect George W. Bush. We've all seen what's happened as a result of that re-election. So, let's take a look and see what they were saying back in 2004 about the state of politics. A kind of walk back 4 years into history. Reason 362 out of 2004 reasons, because there are actually 2004 reasons in here. Ken Lay. Ken Lay was so friendly with George W. Bush that Bush had a special nickname for Mr. Lay. Remember Enron? He was the CEO of Enron. Called him Kenny Boy. Let's go forward a bit, just flipping forward randomly. Oh my. 664, Wesley Clark, who was running for president back in 2004, called the war in Iraq a sideshow in the war on terror. I think we've seen that pretty clearly. Oh, here's one, 673, economics. The Bush jobs legacy in Rhode Island. Oh my gosh. From November 2001 to November 2003, the average wage in industries adding jobs in Rhode Island was 34% lower than the average wage in industries losing their jobs there. What that means is, this is according to the Economic Policy Institute, back in January 21st of 2004. And the point there is that Rhode Island is losing jobs that paid well and getting jobs that paid poorly. We've seen that. With this year's inflation, with gas prices, it's affecting food, it's affecting practically everything in our lives. So, those were reasons back in 2004. They should have served as a warning. I'd like to think that in 2008 we're actually going to be willing to listen, because Irregular Times is coming out with a new book this week, going to be published. It's not going to be 2004 reasons, it's going to be 2008 reasons. Not to boot Bush, but it'll be 2008 reasons to elect a progressive president. A progressive, because the point of this new book will not be to be partisan and just saying whatever happens to benefit the Democratic candidates, but really looking at progressive policy and what we can hope for in a new president of the United States. Kind of a political reference guide. And if you take a look at this book, which is certainly hefty, a large one, it's almost 300 pages at this large size, filled with not just a list, but you see each reason is really kind of a little essay in itself, with citations at the end of almost every one that requires a citation, so that you really don't have to take it at the word of the authors, what they're saying. You can look it up yourself online to confirm what they're talking about. But the 2008 reasons is going to be about 4 times this long. In fact, the book for 2008, because they really wanted to do a thorough job, has to be divided into 2 volumes. It's between 700 and 800 pages in total. So there are 2 paperback volumes coming out this week. It ought to be a political reference guide for anybody who really wants to know the details in policy and in values, in the ideals that can shape a progressive presidency. Starting January 2009, when finally George W. Bush will be out of office and he can just go back to ruining businesses instead of ruining our country. Boy, do I look forward to that.